I can get over it, you know? But what I don't know is how I can get over it. Ke nna Paballo Tshotletsi, ke na le 25 years and ke dula ko Fossler's. I'm a makeup artist at a certain international brand.
Lebitso la ka ke Nteboheng Tshotletsi and I'm Babi's youngest sister. Paballo na le lerato le lengata. Paballo o rata ho bona o etsa dintho tse ntle le ha o etsa tse mpe. She'll find some good in it.
Who hodiswa ka mokgwa o ke hodisitseng ka teng ho contributed a lot in my life. Hobane le nna nou tjena ke kgona hore ke to prioritize. More especially because now ke na le ngwana. And ho beng le ngwana ke nka mo batswadi ba ka ba sileng teng hore le nna ke ka rata ho hodisa ngwana ka tsela jwang. O vela le dilemo tse pedi. He was born in July 2015. He is just, yeah, he's everything to me. I think not so much so at an early age, but but he came and honestly he changed my life, my outlook on life as well, because I'm more independent and I make sure now that I work as hard as I can to provide for Yena. Get the mascots. Get the mascots. Get the Miami, yeah. And get the statues, these models of animals that are just big and there.
Bothata ba Paballo ba di mascot is very weird because normally how to bua le motho ka di fears, you'd expect ibla ne motho allocationing o kana hana o lebella hore mina ngisaba inja, and that's the only thing motho allocationing aka itshaba. But to hear her say o tshaba a mascot, it was out of the ordinary, you know, it was very surprising.
I did not grow up kitseba, actually, or I'm fearful of those things. I realized that ke le moholo.
Na ke nahane haholo ntho ya hore Paballo o ya di tshaba di mascot. But each time you see it pop up somewhere, she goes crazy. Like ngare someone is going to attack her or something like that, you know.
In my head, I know hore ke motho, but it shuts off as soon as motho o approaches me. Aksabona motho kore ke iponela ntho nngwe fela je tlo ntshwarang a tseng ke tseng.
Ne re sa bui ka yona much until birthday ya ngwana hae e tlhahela. I was like, wouldn't it be nice to like take him, go, there's this Disney on Ice that's always around, you know, annually though. And I was like, won't it be nice if we like all went there? She was like, it would, but nanka sekhon, because now I'm not gonna go there. Gitsaba di mascot, I'm like, why would you? Because mascots are so cheerful, you know, di tabile, they're there for like great times, you know, hugging people and all. But Babi and Angie found the greatest fear in mascots, and it was crazy.
As motswadi o monyane, it's about create the memories le ngwana hao, especially firstborn child. I mean, it's the first time ke ba mme. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Haholo because I think my fear is so much associated le ngwana le dintho tse ngwana ka di ratang ho di etsa. So to an extent, I feel like Thabo yaka is stealing away from ho holeng ha ngwanaka. So Nagwe bophelo a ska kgona ho etsa ntho tse so because nna ke tshaba. It's really unfair. It's really unfair. And Lynn Nantweo, it's heartbreaking. It honestly is. So yeah, you know, yeah. It's heartbreaking.
I always try to think of a way to help her because she can't always live bophelo ba hae antsa tshabana le dintho tse so, you know, because sometimes you might like sometimes I might want to take her out somewhere and then and in this whole special scenery comes a mess out of it because of one mascot.
Everyone with a fear, I'd like to believe her wants to get over it, you know. And my son Haholo made me realize that it's something I need to deal with. What I know is that I can get over it, you know. But what I don't know is how I can get over it. Well, can I? Okay. Just which direction am I running towards?
So, Babi, it kind of worries me how this whole mascot thing, fear how is, and it kind of like takes over.
And you know, it's bothering them. It could be dangerous, it could be something that can hurt me and actually be a paralysis for the rest of my life.
I think maybe it would be best if we also found someone you know, exactly how to deal with such.
She took the initiative to actually find out more about it and actually suggest, you know, what we can do about it.
Wile Mabane le Ntebeng ra researcher, and since Karabo my go-to girl, ka bona hore betere le ena ke tlo utlwa her view in this whole matter. Re bona hore how do we go forward with it?
Hi, it's Karabo Mushame from Fosleris, and Baby and I go way back, so I consider her as twin laka.
Chimaka, thank you for making time to see me. So the phobia research in Ntebeng Maobane, and rabona hore it's something that can actually be cured. You know, one can find a way to work and actually overcome it.
Today Pablo came to me, and then she's actually taking the stand and she needs help. So I mean, now honestly speaking, I think decision on killing is sharp. I thought it was a joke, really running away from Boshaka and stuff like that, thinking waiting but as time progressed, what's haba. Re a dipating, batho ba dressile up, wena njalo wa tshoga ka re no khona king ala.
Bua le Karabo, it was not thinking what could happen, but it was more of let's actually do this, you know. I was putting action into it.
And remember, Chomine, then you're not going to see Mutosa Zibing Merekwa High. You're actually going to a professional. Like, they studied for what they're doing, so they are going to help you. It's not a person that's going to put you in danger. As to sang even worse, out traumatize, that's why Kikwa baby steps. You will get there, my friendship. The way I see this whole process, I don't think it's going to be an easy journey for her, because it's something that she has feared throughout. I know it's painful right now. You're still gonna cry, but at the end, you are going to be grateful and thankful because you will overcome that fear. So I'm sure you're wearing outfits, yabo Hello Kitty after your sessions. So you'll be okay, my friend. If I'll be there for you. welcome.
Okay. Skamobani revealed my sister ka ho deal with this phobia of mine. Re Google and we came across a psychologist called Vets. And ke kgetlo la pele ke deala le yona. Ha ke tsebe ke ikutlwa jwang, it's a ball of emotions. Empa ke tshepa hore ke tla fumana thuso. So yeah, hopefully ho tla fita ho tshaba le hona hape hore ke tlohelle ho utswetsa ngwana ka monyetla hore you know, to live his childhood and I don't know experiences ka bana ba bang. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Thank you. So
My name is Elvis Manato. I'm doing a PhD in psychology here at Wits University. And I'd like to commend Babalo for coming through to such a show to express a fear and get a professional opinion. I would encourage most people or anyone out there who would like to, maybe who's not sure, to go out there and ascertain what really is going on.
So I came to you in relation to my phobia, muscophobia, and I was hoping that you could help me with it.
Oh yeah, sure. Interesting. How did you know it was a phobia?
You know, honestly, when I was still young, I didn't think of it as a phobia as much. It's only now when I was old, when I had an incident, that I actually literally ran away and started feeling somehow. I felt out of myself. That's when I actually, you know, came to a conclusion that, you know what, this is serious and it could be a phobia.
If we were looking at what really causes phobias, sometimes it's just irrational thinking. And do we know where this originally stems from? Not really. Some phobias, they pop like out of nowhere.
So in Galaga Estate, I was working there, and all of a sudden, Barney, the dinosaur, came towards my direction. You know, so I just left the client, so to speak, there, and I ran away. I was shaking. I felt like airways were closing, you know, it was almost like a claustrophobic feeling.
Ha ke ne ke mo sheba ke bone thaka nna ke bone motho ya leng chilled to be a psychologist, so that kind of relaxed me.
How did you try to deal with this incident that happened to you?
Like I say, you know, it was something that I kept telling myself that, you know what, eventually you'll get over it. You know, I was trying to convince myself, telling myself that, you know, with my conscious, that it's actually a person in just a costume, but my subconscious would come back and be like, actually, you know, this is something that, you know,
gonna go down here.
It's a monster, whatever.
The scientific explanation to phobias is that they're just flawed perceptions, and these carry an emotive response. So, for instance, when something happens to you whilst you're a child, your immediate reaction becomes automated across time.
I feel like I have a disability. You know, I can see, I can hear, I can move around, but there's something that I can't do. So it's really hurting, and as you know, I feel like I'll be a failure as well to my son.
Considering that you would want to do something, would you want to do something right now about it?
If possible, yes.
Atsuba for na le ha ke dumela, I was thinking o tlo etsa.
So I'm gonna go find someone that you trust that we can bring in and see if we can do this today.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
First time, right?
Yeah, the first time.
Let's cross our fingers.
Sure, I am. Even my legs and my toes.
Hanansia mole. Kore ke nentse ke ipotsa hore ana o ile lata mascot o bile ka someone I can trust. O tlotla le ena sense a ikwetse and then reveal them afterwards to me. Kore it was just a roller coaster of emotions. Looking around, ke ne ke le motho ya shebileng hore should it be hore o tla leave that mascot, which direction am I running towards?
I take it you know her?
Yes, I do. I know very well.
Okay.
Ha khutla, I was chilled. I saw someone who's soft, you know, who's humble. So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
So Bello, when in a conundrum here where Babalo has a phobia, and a phobia is exposure to masks, which is called masculophobia, right?
I had to relax. Impa, something kept saying, you know what? Maybe there's an extra person. I'll knock down everything and just run away.
So I would like to do an exercise where, if it's okay with you, you can wear a mask so we can sensitize her, so that at the end of the day she sees that it's actually behind the character as a person. Okay. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
So.
Well, can I?
Kore ntse ke itjwetsa hore pelo and
think of what I was telling you, right?
nahana dintho tse leng positive.
The mask is scary, but right now think of your friend, Bello. Think of it as a person, someone you can talk to, who is just playing in character, right? Think of it that way.
And the only positive thing that I could think about is okay. Ki mask, ki belo.
I would like you to, if you can, just make small steps towards her. Small steps. And when you get to her, just take the mask off. And remember, you can do this. Think of what this would mean for your child.
It was now anxiety building in me. My blood was doing funny things now, because now I'm realizing, or you know what, Belo is changing now.
Think what this would mean for you when you go out there.
Yo, when I turned, you know, Hanambiza to come closer. I walked and, you know, scary movie.
See me, right?
Yeah, I can. What should I do again? Should I just remove it?
Maybe give her a hug and take it off.
For me, then, in a sense, Isibelo, it was scary movie.
It's a moment to take a selfie, so go get a selfie.
Oh no! Come on.
You know, Nzaubiza, and I'm trying so hard. But okay, I'm gonna go there.
Think about it. It's just another ordinary day in the park. And Bello is standing right next to you.
Oh, this thing is scary.
I walked, and you know, another thing he kept saying was, breathe. Take your time.
Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah.
And then when I touched her, I moved up slowly, and I couldn't even look at the mask fully.
Keep your eyes closed. Keep them closed. Yeah, keep them closed. Move closer.
So I just went from the back, and I apple like a speedy, you know,
We
Good. Ooh, okay, can you throw that at me? Ooh.
So,
I didn't hurt you.
How do you know?
you see, in the event that it's a person, it's just a person wearing a mask. It's a character.
Yeah.
So you realize, no matter how scary it is, something you actually can do. You could see that in my interaction with Babalo, her anxiety levels peaked. So when we started talking, she was more relaxed. When we introduced the subject of her encountering or engaging with a mask, you could see physically that she wasn't really ready and she was anxious about it. So when the mask came into contact, you could actually also see the anxiety she had. What is one thing that you've learned about this exercise?
Is the most important thing is that it actually is a person. So my conscious wasn't playing games with me, but my subconscious was, the one. But yeah, I think there's a person beyond the mask, even no matter how scary the mask is or how scary the mask was. But yeah, and I faced this one.
So this monster, not so monster,
Not so
right?
monster.
The monster, not so monster, right?
Yeah.
So I think eventually the phobia with exposure slows down. And I think the more frequent she gets into where she has opportunities to meet a mask or to encounter with mask, she should take such opportunities because it is through consistent interaction that reduces the phobia. It might not go away permanently, it might be there, but the severity decreases. What I'd like to suggest for you is, because it's difficult for you in real life to just encounter a monster and jump onto it, is do small things. Get yourself a mask. Make your child wear a mask and see how different this is, right? So you get to see this in incremental development. You see your child grow with a mask. You go to the mall, you see Bunny, not so scary anymore, right?
Yeah.
So give yourself time to breathe when you walk. Give you time to open your eyes, keep your distance, move as slowly as is necessary. But bearing in mind, you need to get there.
Okay.
Finally, for the first time in my life, I came face to face with this fear that I have. And I did not only look at it, but I interacted with it. I came close to it, and ibile a matter of me actually revealing the face behind it. So I'm really happy. Like actually wasn't so bad. I conquered my fear and I undressed my fear and I threw it away. It literally felt like that, it literally felt like just erase it out of your life. So me taking out the mask was actually erasing it and throwing it away for it not to be a part of my life anymore.